Okay, Deepak Dada.
Okay. Namo Vitragai.
Namo
Namo
Vitra Gai.
Vitragai.
Namo Arihantanam.
Namo Arihantanam.
Namo Siddhanam.
Namo
Namo Siddhanam.
Siddhanam.
Namo Ayur.
Namo
Namo Ayariyanam.
Namo Vajrayanam.
Namo
Namo Vajrayanam.
Vajrayanam.
Namo Dve Savasahunam.
Namo Loya Savasahanam.
Edso Pancakaro.
Eso Panchanamakaro.
Dawapa Vappanasano.
Bhavanasana.
Pranam Chasavesim. Param.
Havai Mangalam.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai
Jai
Satchidanand.
Sachidanand.
Jai Sachidanand. Okay, there are a lot of new
Jai
people,
Sachidanand.
so Nava people, just bear with us, okay? See what's happening, okay? So, can we talk about the homework? Who wants to talk first about the homework?
I can. Sure.
Okay, Hetzi.
The homework from last week was to memorize the Namaskar Vidhi, and B, it was to write down why you were lazy throughout the week.
Okay, and talk about it. How did you do it? That's complacency is the same thing as laziness. Okay, let's see. What about Namaskar Vidhi? Did you learn it?
I learned most of it, yeah. There are still some bits I haven't fully been able to memorize, but otherwise, yeah, I know most of it.
What about your complacency? What did you write about your complacency?
I don't exactly remember, but I think it was something about not getting studies properly. I don't remember because I wrote it quite some time ago.
Okay. Herschel?
Yeah, so I wrote about like I was unable to cope up with the entire hectic day's schedule, like from morning class, college lectures, and then CA lectures. So I thought like I should skip the lectures and like sit along like that only. But then I thought that if I get lazy and if I don't attend the lectures, I will miss out some important points, and that will affect my exams. So I reverted my mind and asked for strength from Dadaji so that I could focus more on our lectures. So it really worked a lot.
Yeah. That's me.
I was complacent or lazy during my sports class. So I actually finished everything that we were supposed to do this term. So I was being a bit lazy and I didn't really do anything. But then Mama came in and she's like, "Oh, what are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm listening to music." She's like, "Listen to Dada's doing and do some maths." So I was doing maths.
Okay. Sheena Nidhi?
I talked about school and how I didn't study like productive enough, and so I only studied the basics for my tests, and so I was lazy not to study everything thoroughly. And then I also during my volleyball workout, I also like didn't do all of my reps, so I was lazy during that too.
Okay.
Um, I was lazy because like I wouldn't study. I would always get distracted and stuff. So like when I try to study, like I would just always distracted, and then because of that, I would go to sleep late at night, and then I couldn't wake up in the morning. So Yeah, I was lazy.
ધ્રુવી શીલ તું હોમવર્ક નથી કરતો ધ્રુવી No, she'll send it. You have it home. Sorry. Yeah. Dhruvi, bolo.
I wrote about like my mom asked me to help her, and I'm lazy, and I thought that I was boring, so I didn't do it. But after I realized I would learn from doing that.
Okay. She'll, thank you. She'll boom you. Oh, she'll.
There.
Yeah.
Okay. I was lazy during my film studies class because I had to do an assignment and I thought it was easy, so I decided to do it later and toy around for that time. But then I realized that if I did that assignment at that time when I was assigned it, then I would have free time later to do other work.
Okay.
So then I realized that I should do my assignment then.
Okay. So, Deepak Dada, is this coming out to be complacence, laziness, procrastination? So, let's just talk
Yeah.
about why that happens. What does the mind do when we have to do something and then mind says, I'll do later, like everybody is doing, right? And then you find out, no, it's not good. So I need to do that. So if I don't do it, this will happen. So it's complacency, laziness, procrastination. Everybody knows what procrastination is? Okay. So Deepak Dada, let's talk about that.
Okay. First of all, complacency or to be complacent means to be satisfied, to be happy, to be, how do you say that? Happy with your work, you've done it. Like laziness doesn't allow you to do what you have decided or what is important, or at times if you are told to do certain things. And procrastination means you are pushing things to do later on. એટલે એનો મિનિંગ એમ થાય કે કમ્પ્લેસન્ટ એટલે તમને સંતોષ થાય તમારા કામ કરેલાનું, ફિનિશ કરેલાનું, પતાવેલું. કંટાળો આવે એટલે કામ કરો નહીં, એટલે તમને એનું રિઝલ્ટ મળે નહીં. પ્રોક્રેસ્ટિનેશન એટલે તમે કામ કાલે કરીશું, પછી કરીશું. There is a good saying in Gujarati or even in Hindi: whatever you are going to do tomorrow, do it today. And still better is do it now if you can. काल करो सो आज करो सो अब. That's a saying that goes like that. And if you follow this principle, the reason is if you have time today and if you have planned certain things to do tomorrow, the next day, or some other day, but if you have time today, finish that work today and now itself. So that tomorrow you don't know what uh, situation you come across, and maybe you don't have time to fulfill that or do that work. Does that sound good?
So, Deepak Dada,
Hello.
everybody please keep unmute if there's no noise behind. So you can talk with Deepak Dada.
Themselves, you know, they can unmute themselves, right?
Yeah, yes.
Yes.
So Tasvi, what is okay what Deepak Dada said?
Yeah, that we should finish everything the moment that we get it and not procrastinate, because
Good.
then we just wouldn't have time.
So now I have a question, Deepak Dada. So how, in this situation,
Yes.
how does the mind work? You know, I have to do this, I don't want to do it, I want to play, I want to watch TV, don't do anything.
The problem over here is you lack that firmness of your decision. તમે પોતે strongly નક્કી નથી કર્યું. When you haven't decided firmly, then you keep pushing things. And that's where you fail to perform. The outcome is you fail to perform. તમારે જે કરવાનું છે તે તમે નહીં કરો. અને તમે જે નહીં કરો એટલે એનું ના કરેલાનું તમારે રિઝલ્ટ પરિણામ ફેસ કરવું પડે. So understand the importance of what you are supposed to be doing and decide firmly and finish it off. It's very important. Or you can have a small reminder like things to be done, and that will help you remind things. એટલે એ રીતે રાખવાનું. મારે કામ કરવાનું આપણે લિસ્ટ બનાવીએ ને, એવરી ડે એ જોઈ લેવાનું આજે શું કરવાનું છે નક્કી કરવાનું. What you plan to do today, you write it down. At the end of the day, check whether you finished. Next day, check again. That's how you commit to yourself and perform. Okay?
So in this case,
And what you said about, I'm sorry, you talked about how to have, I mean, mind condition. This is how our mind is. When you're not physically ready, then your mind will also make you lazy. I don't want to do it. I'll do it afterwards. I'll do it tomorrow. હું કાલે કરીશ, પછી કરીશ. પછી તો પછી કોઈ દિવસ આવે જ નહીં. ને કાલ તો આવે જ નહીં. એટલે that's how you have to keep yourself up to date. And if you discipline your mind from this beginning itself, then you are always up to date. Jai Satchidanand.
Anybody have a question? So why do we do that then? Nidhi, you said no. Why do we do it? Why do we put it off when you feel lazy? Because
like I'm not physically ready, and so then my mind is like, nah, you're lazy, you're not gonna do that today. So like basically you should physically be ready so then you can finish everything. So I'm gonna like do that next time.
so now you'll be going to college. So what are you going to do?
I'm gonna start like not procrastinating and actually do everything so I can finish everything and have time to do other things.
Because with college, in school they teach 4 pages in a textbook.
Mm-hmm.
In college they teach 50, 60 pages a day. So that pace is totally different. So I mean, you can adjust obviously because you kids are good kids. So with Dada's Gnan, you can adjust easily and so. Is that true?
I have a question.
Hello.
How do we avoid being lazy?
Can your voice was breaking.
How do we
again.
avoid being lazy?
How do you avoid delaying?
Being lazy. Being lazy.
Being lazy. Okay, one thing, when you are physically okay, then you are mentally okay. So you must keep yourself active and physically fit. One of the thing is, if you sleep during daytime, for kids it is very dangerous. It will make you very dull mentally and physically both. So avoid sleeping during the daytime when the sun is there. This will help you. And it's like something what you like, understand the importance of what you have planned, what you want to do. When you understand the importance you just do it. And the focus should be on finishing that activity, that portion or that part. If that important, that focus is not there, that target is not there, then it will never happen. That's why try to make things to do list, get every morning, and that's how you will be able to proceed.
You're breaking up, Deepak Dada.
Okay?
Okay.
What?
You're breaking up.
My voice is bad. How is it now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but Hitachi, she plays sports, so she's physically in good shape. But
Yeah, I
then,
actually meant like how do you avoid being lazy when you have like some work to do? Like say for instance, Mama, she tells me to, put the dishes back away and I'm busy on my phone and I just feel like I don't want to do it now. I'll do it later. Like physically I
What
know that like I need to be
what
active. So
what is
that's
the
about
priority? What is the
helping mom,
priority?
helping mom.
Just imagine. It is no, that's true, but then it's just imagine Bhavya has fallen down and Mama is on phone. What is
Mm,
she going to do? She's going to drop the phone and rush and attend to Bhavya, right?
yeah.
That's what. So you feel your phone is important, so make it a point, then you don't have any problem.
Okay.
Such
see,
priorities and making this very common and very important in our day-to-day life. Understand what is important, whatever you were talking, maybe with your friends, that is very common, isn't that? Unless it is something very important, then anybody would understand.
Okay.
Okay. And just imagine you have to make it a point that what you are talking with your friends and how long you are talking. You understand?
Yes.
If you understand that and make it a point, then you will never have any problem.
Okay.
I don't, I don't know what you all talk. Our talking is basically only if we have satsang, someone don't understand things, and then we elaborate and something goes on like that. But otherwise, there is no phone call. And if there is a phone call, whatever is the message is conveyed, hello, everything fine, that's it. It stops. You understand? Because
Yes.
you have that as a habit and you want to go on and on and on, no outcome. You understand?
Yes.
So you tried and you make it short, you will not have any problem.
Okay.
But if you don't decide and you just keep going on, it will just go on. You understand?
Yes.
Right. You know what? There is one principle which Dada has revealed over here. This interactive feeling, interact with people. He said that if you can finish the matter in 2 words, do not utter the third word. You understand?
Yeah.
So, with this principle in mind, you can decide. The other person may want to go on and on, but then you can always make an excuse. My mama is calling me. I have to finish some errand, like that. But no, it is your interest. You are interested. You want to continue, and that's how things go on. Hey, Chettidan.
Herschel,
Yeah, so I had a question that sometimes whenever we do a particular work, we are actually physically present while doing work, but mentally we don't have interest for doing that. So, what is the reason for that?
I didn't get. Come again.
For example, if I'm doing a particular work, I'm physically present for doing that work, but mentally my attention is somewhere else. So, what may be the reason and how to overcome that problem?
What is it? Mentally, what is it?
Mentally, our attention is with related to some else work. Like we are doing that particular work, but physically we are present, but mentally we are absent. So, what to do in that particular times?
See, one thing is there, whatever you are doing, if you want to get the result, if you want to be successful, whatever you are trying to do, then your full attention should be there in that work. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like without that full attention, your work is not over. You understand? Let us
Yes.
understand the science behind it. I'm doing something, but when I'm not attentive or I'm not focused on that work, then wherever my chit, my reflective consciousness goes, I start thinking about those things.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Whatever I'm doing, although I'm doing something else, but because my focus is on something else, I start getting those thoughts. So then, whatever I am doing, the efficiency or the quality of the work definitely gets affected. So you have to focus, you have to remind yourself one thing at a time. And this is all because when you watch too much of television, too much of phone things, I mean, those clips and videos and other things, that's where your focus get distracted. You understand?
Yes.
એને એમ કહેવાય કે તમારી ચિત્તની શક્તિ એમાં બહુ હેમ્પર થાય છે, ડેમેજ થાય છે.
Ha. Barabar. Barabar.
Then when you try to do anything, you are not able to focus well with that or in that. Do you understand?
Yes. Yes.
So if you are watching anything other than like some show or movie or so, then make it a point that don't go too much into it. I give you one example what had happened with Dada Bhagwan. One of those days, his video was recorded, and someone said that Dada, let us watch your video of that particular occasion. And Dada saw it. We all were sitting with him, and it was put on the television and played on the television. So after watching it for almost half an hour, 45 minutes, Dada said, I feel tired today. So we were wondering why, Dada, what happened? The reason was what we watched on television was, although it was of a living person like Dada Bhagwan only, but television itself is not a living thing. Do you understand?
Yes.
He said, I feel tired. So I would rather talk to people individually, lively, in very presence. But now, whatever is the situation, you have to live with it like you are all located at different places and we are talking through this media. But this is what we have to understand. So, if you want to improve your power of your reflective consciousness, that's what we do prayers for. And we put full attention while reading or doing the prayers. Okay? Jai Sachidanand.
Yes,
Yes,
Sachidanand.
Sakidana. So, but Deepak, what you said, but when they watch the movie, they're enjoying it. So how can they become tired after that? They think the mind is enjoying it.
After watching the movie, tell them to do some serious homework or some study, I doubt they won't be able to do it.
Ah, that's a good. Everybody heard that?
Until
Try to
until
do that
the
experiment and see what happens. That's a good one.
yeah, it's like while you're watching, you are so much into it, you don't feel sleepy and everything is fine. It may last for maybe 2 or 3 hours. You can easily go on and on. But after the show or the movie is over, you will feel tired. And if you have to do some very important thing, I doubt you won't be able to do it. Okay? I mean, you can check for yourself. Try to watch some movie which you like or the show which you like. And after the show is over, you try to do some important homework or that needs a lot of attention, I doubt. So check for yourself.
Yeah,
Okay?
that's a good experiment to try. Okay, now, Nidhi, Tina, Sia, that's a cheat. What is cheat? Why didn't you ask? We are here to learn. Okay, somebody asked a question to the Deepakanand. Sia, Aryan, Nidhi, Tina. Ask Deepakanand, Dada, question.
What's cheat?
Thank you. Deepak Dada,
And what is it?
Tina is asking, what is
Cheat.
chit? You talked
Oh,
about
cheat.
cheat.
Okay. Ah,
Where is cheat
Tina,
in our body? Where is cheat?
Question.
the location it is here is at the back of your head where you see the pictures. Now see, just imagine sitting here on this chair. Do you drive?
I'm going too soon.
I drive.
Needy
Do you,
drives.
I drive.
you drive? Drive.
Me?
Okay. Now, wherever you are sitting, is it your drawing room? Which is the room you are sitting in?
Don't say something.
Dining room. Dining room.
Okay, dining. Right. So now, if I ask you anything about your room, then sitting here on this dining table, you can very well see the picture of your room. That inner power of seeing things without physically seeing is called chit. You see the picture of your room right inside you. Understand? You understand?
Yes.
So now if I talk to you about your school, then immediately from your room, that picture you will get of your school. And then if your class, your principal, your friends, and if someone talk about your dad and mom is not at home, let's say, at work, and if I say dad and mom, then you immediately get their picture, although they are not here. That is the power of chit becomes visible inside. That's how you are able to identify and do things. For example, if you are coming walking from your school, maybe say 2, 3 blocks away, then how do you reach home correctly? You get the picture of your whatever you are seeing it with your eyes. You have the picture of the name of the street and all that in your mind. So that matches with that, and that's how you continue walking. You understand?
Yeah.
So that is the power. Also, now that you have read something, I mean studying, you read something, you see a picture, a diagram. So, and when you are asked in your exam, then that memory of that picture, what you have seen, what you have read, it comes in your mind. That is chit. That's how you are able to reproduce. You are able to write it down, whatever you are asked in the exam, or if it is an oral exam, let's say Viva, and in that the teacher asks you something, and immediately you get the picture of that thing what you had read, and that's how you are able to exactly, very correctly. So this power gets blurred when you see too much of television or uh,
You're not audible. The
huh?
sound is not there.
My sound is not there.
Okay, now it's there.
Now it's there. Now it's there.
And
Okay,
Harshal is
so
a
that's
question
how
too.
you plan your activity, like when you are watching television or anything on YouTube or that. That's how, if you limit yourself, then it will be okay. Otherwise, that power of your chit reduces and it will not immediately reflect upon what you want it. Okay?
So Harshal,
It is very important.
Harshal,
Yeah. So adding to it, I had a question that does chit affect or influence our imagination power?
It's not imagination. You can say in a way yes, in a way yes. Because like when too many pictures come on your screen, then what you want to see, you're not able to see. Because you have taken too many pictures, too many likes and dislikes. Okay. Whatever you like, it gets pictured inside. What you don't like also gets pictured inside. So that's how.
oh,
But the power of what it is called is huge, infinite, you can say. Infinite.
so Deepak Dada, what is important for cheat? Why it is important? Cheat. Why we want to keep our cheat sharp?
That is very important. The reason is if it gets lost in too much of worldly goods and bads, then you have too much of that. So when it comes to uh, seeing what is good, it becomes very difficult for you. Like what is important for you now is you focus on your studies. You must focus in your studies, right? So whatever is important or in relation to that, you keep doing it. If you try to do any other entertainment, then limit yourself. Otherwise, you have limited power, although it is infinite, but that box is limited. So if you fill that with other stuff, then it is not available for your studies. Understand? You understand?
Nidhi, you have to say yes, not no.
Yes.
Thank you.
So
So, so
is
Deepak
there
Dada,
any
oh, so go ahead, Harshal.
yeah, so I wanted to ask that as you have 9 diamonds and 3 mantra, and also, is there any prayer or vidhi for improving our chit or such thing?
No, no, that's what when you decide, when you are doing anything, see, it's like it is your math exam. Then whatever is in relation to that particular subject should come to you at that time.
Agreed. Yeah.
But when other things come to it, then you're not able to write correctly or properly, because other things are coming now. What you need is mathematics only. And that is where we must focus and improve our chit power.
Yeah.
So whenever you need, it is available. No distraction. Gradually that happens. But when you are watching like too much of television, too many shows, too
What,
many
WhatsApp?
movies, all that, then WhatsApp, yes, because now so many things come in our phone itself, and they make it very spicy. They make it very interesting. They make it very comic. So that's how uh, you feel interested, and when you keep watching, and it goes on and on and on. There's so many subjects on which they can make those small clips. You understand? And now that the phones and this thing is so much easily passed, like motion.
You're breaking up.
Am I breaking up? It's like it is an ocean, endless. So you have to decide what you want to do. You understand?
Yes.
So Deepak
Also,
Dada,
like it is just a small screen, but this small screen takes you anywhere in the world. So better be careful. So if you want your eye power to increase I and eye power both, then see that you restrict what you feed into these eyes. Okay.
so what do you think we have to do to keep our teeth sharp? Nidhi?
One
Can you
thing,
can you
interact
repeat
No,
with
no, no.
others.
Deepak Dada, Nidhi is saying.
can you repeat that? You're breaking up too. We can't hear.
Is what?
You're breaking up a little. Can you repeat that?
No. So what do you need to do to keep your teeth sharp?
Make sure you don't get distracted. Like watching TV or sleeping could like affect it.
Okay.
And yeah, your phone. Your phone could
Okay.
also affect it. So make sure you're not doing any of that and you can study, because if you do that during that, then you'll start getting like sleepy and then distracted. So we don't want that.
Okay. Nityasri?
You should avoid like spending more time on the phone, like or any gadgets,
No, don't
because it
repeat what
affects
they're
your
saying.
chin.
Tell me something. I'm looking for something different. Etsy?
Actually, I had a question.
First answer my question, then we'll come to the question.
What was your question again? Sorry, I
Well,
forgot.
you're not paying attention then. Harsha?
Yeah. So basically, staying away from that screen and social media and all, and staying away from that mobile screen, like
We
staying
are
away
saying
and
the same
watching less
thing. The
shows.
key thing we've been learning that Dada's
Can I say it?
information. Yes, Shio.
We can do prayers to get our attention better.
Key thing, what answer I'm looking for, 3 mantra, 3 times a day. 9 diamonds, 2 times a day. Now Pratvidhi. That is the one Deepakanandji says will keep your teeth very, very sharp. Okay? Yeah, this is okay, not to, but you people don't get away from TV and phones and all that stuff. But that's the realization we have to do is, this is very important. Dada's tools. That's why Dada gave the tools. Okay, let's see. What's your question?
You said that when we're on phones, screens, and stuff, that can damage our chip and things like that. But when we're in online school, we're technically on an online device, right? But how come we often get distracted from that too?
Deepakanandji, did you get it?
Are you referring to your online classes and all that stuff?
Yes, basically when we're on our phones, you said that we don't tend to get
See, let me tell
Dada,
you,
you're not audible.
I am on
Question.
screen for more than 6 to 8 hours a day. It starts from morning 6:30 your Indian time to almost 12, 10:30 night. And in between also I had to do the uploading and all that stuff. So it it matters what you are doing. Do you understand? When I'm watching, uh, what do you say, those shows, entertainment shows, then things are different. And when I'm trying to see some educational part or I'm learning, then things are different. You understand? Let me repeat if you understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm telling you, I'm spending more than 8 hours a day almost on screen. But then what I am watching is very important. Okay.
Okay. Now I want to go back, Deepakanandji, to test with a couple of questions. When you talk that about your mom asking you something you're doing, now what is the fundamental rule of Dada you break at that time?
I break her ego because she expects me to help her, but then I just
Yeah. In
refuse not
other
to
words,
help her.
what you are violating which code of conduct?
The first code of conduct.
Okay. So that you know, with you have to keep that in mind. We did a practice on the code of conduct, but that should be built in every day. That our interaction, what we are doing with other people. Okay, other thing, talking with friends. Uh, uh, what are the fundamental 9 code of conducts you break when you chit chat with your friends? Everybody has to answer this because you're on the phone all the time with your friends. That's me. Come on.
Yeah,
They want.
you
Um,
can break.
I would say I would break like I talk about some like the third person
Which
between
one?
like
You should say what? Which
six,
well, you're breaking. Now everybody
six,
knows code of conduct.
the sixth one.
Okay. Now wait, say it. I don't mean number 1, 2, 3, but which is the one you break? What's the sixth
Uh,
one?
about Tilaskar. You
Okay. Nidhi,
Tilaskar.
what do you break?
I also sometimes break number 6 because
Tina,
that and then
The first one, when my parents ask me to do something and I don't.
okay, Sia,
Probably like the third one when I talk about people.
say that again?
I like the third one when I talk about people.
Okay. Aryan,
The first one.
the first one. Herschel, when you talk with your
Fourth and
friends.
fifth.
No, don't say fourth and
Fourth and
fifth.
fifth.
Just say what it is.
Like about Tiraskar and sometimes harsh words.
Harsh word. Chill.
The fifth code of conduct.
Don't say fifth. What is the fifth code of conduct?
Uh, Bad words.
Bad words. It's it.
First, breaking other people's ego.
Okay. So
Tingani.
now you understand breaking all the code of conduct. What does that do to your chit? Sharpens it up, right?
It breaks our chit.
Yes.
It
It
sharpens it
break.
up?
No,
Breaking it? Herschel?
It breaks our chit.
I'm sorry, Shil?
It breaks our chit.
Yeah. Why you say yes, Herschel?
No, it makes us aware that we are breaking those code of conduct. So next time we may be aware.
break it, but once you are doing it, what happens to your chief?
At that point of time, agreed. It breaks, Sachit. Agreed.
So this is, please think about it. What you're doing. And so if the chief is very not sharp, what happens to your studies? What's the first primary thing in your life you have to do now? Diditina, what's your first primary job you have to do now?
Study well and become a good person.
Yeah.
Don't break the 9 code of conducts.
Yeah. Well, first primary is study, study, study. That's the job you have. So, okay, and if your intellect, your kid is not sharp, what will happen? Just think about it. Okay, that's all I have today, and the time is almost up. So one thing, question: are we doing 3 mantra every day, 3 times a day? Are we doing 2
I do
times?
3 months 5 times a day.
Yes, Kush, we know you. Yeah. Are we doing code of conduct
Yeah.
2 times a day? Shia is not doing.
Yes.
Arihant is not doing.
Yeah.
We
Okay,
are.
and the third one is Pratvidhi. Are we doing Pratvidhi?
Yes. I do.
Yes.
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 બધાને આવડે છે? દીદીથી આવડી ગયું? બરાબર?
Yeah, આવડી ગયું.
So now we're going to go in the fourth one. We have posted it. Namaskar Ved. Okay? Learn that. Ask your parents what the importance of Namaskar Vedi. Next time, Deepak Dada will say importance of Namaskar Vedi. Okay? Any questions about the
Yes.
homework?
Yes.
Next time, after that, we'll have quiz. We'll ask everybody to repeat Pratvidhi, especially Nidhi. You, before you go to college, we need to make sure you're very sharp on Pratvidhi and all that, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Deepak, can you do 3 months? Unless you want to say something, Deepak Dada?
And actually is very good. So let us do 3 months. Namo Vitragai.
Namo Vitragaya. Namo Arihantanam. Namo Siddhanam. Namo Ayariyanam.
Vajrayanam.
Namo Vajrayanam.
Loe Sava Sahunam.
Namo Loe Sava Sahunam.
Eso Kanchana Mukaro.
Eso Pancha Namukaro.
Papa Vappanasano.
Savapa Vapanasano.
Kalanam Chasavesim.
Manglanam Cha Savesim.
Param.
Padmam Havai Mangalam.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand.